What if the moon disappeared tomorrow? At first, it might seem like something out of a science fiction movie, impossible and distant, but the truth is, the moon plays a far greater role in our lives than most of us realize. Its sudden disappearance would trigger a chain reaction of consequences, both dramatic and subtle, changing life on Earth forever. First and foremost, the most immediate impact would be on Earth's tides. The moon's gravitational pull is responsible for the rise and fall of our oceans. Without it, tides would shrink dramatically, leaving only the sun's much weaker influence to stir the waters. Coastal ecosystems that rely on tides for survival, like mangroves, estuaries, and coral reefs, would face catastrophic changes. Species that spawn or feed based on tidal cycles could collapse, causing ripple effects across the food chain. Beaches would look permanently flat and stagnant, while countless marine animals would lose the rhythm that has guided their existence for millions of years. But tides are only the beginning. The moon also stabilizes Earth's axial tilt, keeping our climate relatively steady over millennia. Without it, our planet's tilt could wobble unpredictably, sometimes sharply. Imagine winters lasting decades in some regions while summers scorch others endlessly. Weather patterns would become erratic, potentially turning temperate lands into deserts and fertile areas into frozen wastelands. Crops would fail unpredictably, threatening human civilization's food supply. Seasons might lose their regularity entirely, leaving farmers and wildlife struggling to adapt. Nighttime on Earth would change instantly. The moon's gentle glow has guided humans, animals, and nocturnal plants for millennia. Suddenly, the nights would be pitch black, save for the dim stars and distant planets. Nocturnal animals would be disoriented. Wolves, owls, and other creatures that rely on moonlight to hunt or navigate would face survival challenges. Humans, too, would feel the psychological impact. Moonlight has inspired poets, lovers, and dreamers throughout history. Its absence might subtly affect moods, creativity, and even cultural rituals that revolve around lunar cycles. Earth's rotation would be affected as well. The moon exerts a subtle braking effect on our planet, gradually slowing its rotation. Without it, days might shorten slightly over time, altering sleep cycles and natural rhythms. This change would be slow, almost imperceptible at first, but over centuries it could contribute to shifts in climate and biological adaptation. Then there's the effect on space itself. The moon acts as a protective shield, absorbing countless meteorites and space debris that might otherwise strike Earth. Its sudden disappearance would leave Earth more exposed. Meteor impacts, currently rare and often harmless, could become more frequent and dangerous. A small object that would have struck the moon harmlessly might instead hit our planet, with potentially devastating consequences. Human culture would also feel the loss. Calendars, festivals, and countless traditions tied to the moon's phases would vanish overnight. Imagine trying to plan events, agriculture, or rituals without the reliable lunar cycles that have guided civilizations for thousands of years. Astrology, folklore, and even some religious practices would be disrupted. Of course, there's the emotional and psychological shock. The moon has been a constant presence in human history, a silent companion to every civilization. Its sudden disappearance would evoke awe, fear, and existential questions on a global scale. News outlets would be flooded with theories, scientists would scramble to explain, and social media would erupt with disbelief. The disappearance might even trigger philosophical debates about our place in the universe and the fragility of life on Earth. In summary, if the moon disappeared tomorrow, life on Earth as we know it would change dramatically. The tides would vanish, climate patterns would become unstable, nights would be darker, animal and human behavior would be affected, and the planet would be more vulnerable to cosmic dangers.